If you missed today's ninth and very likely final January 6th hearing, here were some of the major moments as the committee sought to tie a bow on its case that Donald Trump personally planted the seeds, then repeatedly stoked the fires both before the deadly attack and during it. And as Congresswoman Liz Cheney emphasized, the same thing could happen again if we're not careful. The committee reviewed how the then president wanted ongoing vote counting to end, with claims of an election day deadline that did not exist.
This is a fraud on the American public. This is an embarrassment to our country. We were getting ready to win this election. Frankly, we did win this election. We want all voting to stop.
According to the committee, Trump had long planned to declare victory, whether he actually won the election or not. All his closest allies knew it, and some even spoke about it publicly.
He's going to declare victory, but that doesn't mean he's the winner. He's just going to say he's the winner. When you wake up Wednesday morning, it's going to be a firestorm. Also, if Trump is losing by 10 or 11 o'clock at night, it's going to be even crazier. No, because he's going to sit right there and say they stole it.
Agree.
I'm directing the Attorney General to shut down all ballot places in all 50 states. It's going to be no. He's not going out easy.
All hell is going to break loose tomorrow. It's all converging, and now we're on, as they say, the point of attack. And all I can say is strap in.
The key thing to do is to claim victory. Possession is 9/10 of the law.
As multiple witnesses testified, Trump knew he lost, but he had no intention of admitting it.
Said something to the effect of, I don't want people to know we lost, Mark. This is embarrassing. Figure it out. We need to figure it out. I don't want people to know that we lost.
And so, as we heard in prior hearings at length, Trump proceeded to peddle conspiracy theories about Dominion voting machines, suitcases full of ballots, and other claims, despite being repeatedly told by multiple officials that they were flat out crazy. Tried to replace his attorney general again, an effort he only backed down on because the entire Justice Department leadership threatened to resign. And then Trump turned his attention to his Vice President Mike Pence, pressuring him to block certification, which the committee said he also knew was illegal. And despite the official claims that no one saw this coming, the committee presented numerous emails showing the Secret Service that is better at erasing text than it is at warning law enforcement of threats, knew what was coming on January 6th, with emails as far back as December 24th, talking about people describing themselves as, quote, armed and ready, with plans to march into the chambers and make sure they know who to fear. And an email on December 26th stating, quote, their plan is to literally kill people. Please, please take this tip seriously and investigate further. And once the rioting began, as so many were warned it would, Donald Trump refused to call off his supporters, despite multiple officials, media personalities, and even his own kids begging him to stop. Instead, he watched as the violent battles raged on TV. And today, the committee showed us never-before-seen footage of some of what unfolded inside the Capitol as leaders from both sides of the aisle did all they could to stop the violence in the absence of any action from Trump.
We're starting to get surrounded. They're taking the North Front scaffolding. Unless we get more munitions, we're not going to be able to hold.
We have got to finish the proceedings, or else we're going to have a complete victory.
USA! We need an area for the House members. They're all walking over now through the tunnels.
Bring her out here! Hey! We're coming in if you don't bring her out!
I'm going to call up the effing Secretary of DOD. We have some senators who are still in their hideaways. They need massive personnel now. Can you get the Maryland National Guard to come too?
I have something to say, Mr. Secretary. I'm going to call the mayor of Washington, D.C. right now and see what other outreach she has to other police departments, as Leader Hoyer has mentioned.
Get him up!
Hi, Governor. This is Nancy. Governor, I don't know if you have been approached about the Virginia National Guard. Mr. Hoyer was speaking to Governor Hogan But I still think you probably need the okay of the federal government in order to come into another jurisdiction.
Yeah, why don't you get the president to tell them to leave the Capitol, Mr. Attorney General, in your law enforcement responsibility? A public statement they should all leave. This cannot be just we're waiting for so-and-so. We need them there now, whoever you got.
You also have troops. This is Steny Hoyer. Troops.
Okay, so we have a little
Fort
bit of time
McNair,
to make that decision.
Andrews Air Force Base.
All right.
Other military bases.
Thank you.
We
Thanks,
need
Paul.
active
Bye.
duty National Guard.
How soon in the future can you have the place evacuated, pulled, cleaned out?
I don't want to speak for the leadership that's going to be responsible for executing the operation, so I'm not going to say that because they're on the ground and they're the
Well, just pretend for a moment it was the Pentagon or the White House or some other entity that was under siege.
We also heard what Congresswoman Jamie Herrera Butler had to say about just what led up to the expletive-laden fight between Trump and House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy.
He finally got through to Donald Trump, and he said, you have got to get on TV, you've got to get on Twitter, you've got to call these people off. You know what the president said to him? This is as it's happening. He said, well, Kevin, these aren't my people. These are Antifa. And Kevin responded and said, no, they're your people. They literally just came through my office windows, and my staff are running for cover. I mean, they're running for their lives. You need to call them off. And the president's response to Kevin, to me, was chilling. He said, well, Kevin, I guess they're just more upset about the election theft than you are.
To finish today's hearing, the committee indicated they'd be considering criminal referrals for several people, and then to end the day in a truly dramatic moment, they took a vote on whether to subpoena Donald Trump, calling on him to submit both relevant documents and testimony on the January 6th attack under oath.
The question is on agreeing to the resolution. Those in favor will say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed is no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it.